It was only 1.5 years ago that Mohamed Bouazizi, a Tunisian street vendor, set himself on fire to protest against abusive government officials. His death sparked riots that led to what is now known as the Arab Spring. Earlier this month in Vietnam, a 64-year-old woman also set herself on fire. She died on the way to the hospital. As Nguyen Qui Duc reports from Hanoi, the reason behind her self-immolation is one that touches many Vietnamese bloggers.
Thi Kim Lieng was a retired teacher. She did nothing that would have put her into conflict with the authorities. The problem is her daughter, Ta Phong Tan, a former police officer turned blogger and critic of abuse and corruption inside the government. Ta Phong Tan was arrested last September on charges of anti-state propaganda. Her trial, originally set for early August, has been postponed. Bloggers here have been commenting on the case, but surprisingly, parallels were not drawn with the case in Tunisia. Instead, they touched on something closer to home. Blogger Vi Ang points out, Kim Lieng's immolation is indeed a weapon of protest, just like the Tibetan Buddhists have used in communist China. In a lengthy piece entitled The Power of Darkness, or A Darkness Full of Power, accompanied by an image of the dead woman, Nguyen Qui Duc wrote, "People are secretly terrorized or are openly harmed. Those who dare speak out are physically or psychologically isolated. They're arrested and imprisoned secretly, their trials postponed, their sentence delayed arbitrarily. Such forms of abuse have become routine and normal." On the blog Dân Làm Báo, or Citizen Journalists, a post argues that bloggers like Ta Phong Tan and others are being arrested for being patriots. It concludes, in a single-party regime, arresting, incriminating, and imprisoning dissidents is automatic, but to threaten, disgrace, assault, and torture people who love their country are things that only happen in a place called the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Mrs. Kim Lieng's suicide may not have had a direct effect on her daughter's fate, but it recalls another self-immolation in June of 1963 by a Buddhist monk. He was protesting the repression of Buddhists under the Nguyen Duc regime. 4 months later, the Nguyen Duc regime was overthrown in a coup. For LinkAsia, this is Nguyen Qui Duc in Hanoi.
There are at least 7 Vietnamese bloggers and activists who are awaiting trial, and at least 10 have already been convicted of disseminating propaganda against the government this year alone.
Now on U.S. airwaves, a global channel of uncompromising stories. World news, documentaries, entertainment, and culture. Link TV, connecting you to the world. For more information, visit linktv.org.